Okay, so we've made it to the end of the course. Now it's time to review for the final exam. As I had mentioned multiple times, the final exam is due this Friday. Okay, not Saturday or Sunday, this Friday. It's due in 3 days from now. Okay, the final exam is a doozy. I mean that in a good way, don't worry. The final exam. Let's open it up. You'll notice it's only one attempt on the final exam, just like it was for your midterm. And also, just like it was for your midterm, it's worth 200 points. If you're keeping track, that's 20% of your total grade. So it's important that you do well. Now you'll notice the number of questions is 50. 50. Oh, Dr. B, trying to kill us. 50 questions. I know it's a lot of questions. I know. I'm sorry. I know it's a lot. I want you to remember something. The first half of the course, up until week 8, all that was on the midterm exam. Remember? We covered chapters 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I think 8 was also on the midterm exam. So we had 8 chapters on the midterm exam. And the midterm exam, I think, was around the same number of questions, if I'm not mistaken. Roughly. Something like that, right? Now, just like the midterm exam, the final exam is designed the same way. What do I mean by that? The final exam is going to cover chapters 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, and 16. That's 8 chapters. There's 50 questions. You see where we're going with this, right? I want you to look at the questions and think about the chapters they belong to. I'm going to do something that I did yesterday, and I think this was helpful. I'm going to open up my, just stand with me here, okay? I'm going to show you what am I trying to say? I'm going to show you the PowerPoint presentations side by side. All right? I'm going to start with, no, I don't think that's it. No, that's not the right one. Chapter 9. Come on, Chapter 9B, Chapter 9. Okay, Chapter 9 was on accounting for receivables, if you don't remember, because I barely remember myself, right? So here I have the PowerPoint presentation side by side with the final exam. This is Chapter 9, okay? Take a look at question 1. Now, how do I know it's Chapter 9? You might be wondering. The question says, the person who signs a note receivable, there it is, note receivable, promises to pay the principal and interest is the. You know who it is. How do you know? Because we talked about it. I remember this conversation. The note receivable, remember? If I come down to note receivable on the PowerPoint presentation, I know it's here somewhere. Here it is. The promissory note, remember? It tells you who does what and when. By the person who signs the note receivable promises to pay the principal and the interest is the. You know this, okay? So it's slide 32 on the PowerPoint presentation for Chapter 9. Question 1. Question 2. Account receivable turnover measures. Account receivable turnover is a ratio, remember? What does it measure? So if I go to the same PowerPoint presentation, I come down to account receivable turnover. Wait a second, there it is. It's the last slide, slide 45. Account receivable turnover measures. It's right there. Okay. It's in the PowerPoint presentation. Question 3. Okay, obviously we got a couple math questions. You knew that you weren't going to get away without this. Question 3. The direct write-off method of accounting for uncollectible accounts. I think I remember this one. The direct write-off method, remember? We had some customers that we knew weren't going to pay. Under the same chapter, look at that. The question says, uses the direct write-off method. This is the allowance method. Here it is. Direct write-off method. You see the example. Take a look at the example on the PowerPoint, slide 10, chapter 9. For question 3. If you follow this, it's going to help you to answer the question. You see? Question 4. Company uses a percentage of sales method for estimating bad debt. Couple of key words here. Percentage of sales method for bad debt. To estimate it, remember? And I think that was further down. There it is. Percent of sales method for bad debt. It gives you the data, right? Estimating bad debt. The company has sales of $350,000. We estimate 1%. The estimated bad debt of the expense is, you plug in the data, 350,000 times 1%. Okay? Is it correct or not? True or false? That's question 4. Question 5. Company accepted a note payable. If the note is dishonored, there's the key term, dishonored. It's right there in the question. Now we remember that if something's dishonored, actually it might be further up. It's close to in order, but you see where it's coming from, right? If it's dishonored. I know I saw it. I was probably going too fast. It's here, though, I promise. So question 5, chapter 9. Question 6. Okay, let's take a look at this. Company purchased land for a building site. The costs associated with the property were. I'm willing to bet question 6, probably chapter 10. How do I know that? Because it's a building, and I know that chapter 10 is fixed assets. And as you recall, we talked about that as well. There's your building and all the associated fees. So you should be able to figure this out. Yeah. Question 7. Revenue, expenditures, plant. Oh yeah, the plant's life or capabilities. That's of course going to be chapter 10, question 7. Question 8, straight line depreciation. We spent some time talking about that, didn't we? Straight line depreciation. Boom, here it is. All you're going to do is you're going to plug in the values into the formula for straight line depreciation. You'll figure it out. Question 8, chapter 10. Question 9, accumulated depreciation. That's chapter 10. Question 10, intangible assets. Remember, the word intangible means you cannot physically touch it. Intangible. What does it not include of these things? I hope you get that one right. Okay, that's question 10. Question 10, chapter 10. Question 11, uncertainty and liabilities. Oh, the key word here, liabilities, isn't it? That's going to be chapter 11. Question 12, chapter 11. Question 13, chapter 11. Question 14, withholding allowances. Oh, that's payroll, remember? Chapter 11. Question 15, general partnership. That's something different. I'm thinking that's chapter 12, accounting for partnerships. You see where we're going with this. Very similar to the way that your midterm exam was designed. The questions are grouped, you see. They're grouped together by chapter. Let's see here. Question 20. So questions 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. All come from chapter 12. Chapter 13, corporations. That's questions 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 20. Wait a second. Question 25 is bond. I think we did bonds and corporations, didn't we? Yeah. Yes, of course we did. You see where we're going with this. Long-term liabilities. Questions 27, 28, 29, 30. Equity securities. Investments. 31, 32, 33, 34, 35. 36, 37 investments, 38 investments, 39 investments. Question 40 investments. So there's 10 questions from the investments chapter, chapter 15. And you'll notice question 41 is the statement of cash flows, the one we just talked about, the chapter we just had today. Question 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, and 50 are all from the statement of cash flows. So, the way that the final exam is developed, chapters 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14 are all about 5 questions each. Chapter 15, 10 questions. Chapter 16, 10 questions. You see? So, I want you to start now, if you can, okay, on the final exam. Now, here's the thing. Here's what I recommend that you do. This is my recommendation. Just like what I have done here, I got the PowerPoint presentations open, and I also got the exam open, side by side. I want to show you something. If I go back to chapter 9, okay, I think it's chapter 9, yeah. Chapter 9, here I am. Chapter 9, it's the first 5 questions, as you know. So if you answer these 5 questions with chapter 9 PowerPoint presentation open, and you're like, I need to take a break, click on Save and Close. Save and Close. You can open it back up, right? So you click Save and Close after you answer your questions for the first 5, chapter 9. Then you come back to it. Open it back up and move on to the next 5 with chapter 10. You see what I'm saying? If you follow that process, 5 questions, close the PowerPoint, close the exam. 5 questions, close the PowerPoint. 5 questions, close the PowerPoint. If you follow that process, there's no reason why you shouldn't get every single question on this exam correct. Okay, I know it's a lot of questions. It's 50. Yeah, it's a lot. So I would recommend that you do 5 at a time. All right, except for chapters 15 and 16. Those are both 10 questions each toward the end of the exam. Any questions on the final exam? Any questions at all?
No, thank you for the review, though.
You good, Ty? All right. Oh, I'm good. I'm glad that you're good.
Feeling much better.
That's good, Ty. And the other thing is there's no timer. Don't worry about a timer. You can open and close it as many times as you like. Once you click submit, it gets submitted. Okay, so the submit, only click submit when all the questions are answered and you feel good about them. Okay. Hopefully this was helpful. Couple of things before I let you all go. We got a few minutes. Here's the deal. As you know, everything is due on Friday. Not Sunday, Friday. This coming Friday. That is in like a few days from now. Okay? The course ends on Friday. You must have everything done by Friday night. The final exam, the discussion boards, the quizzes, and anything that you might be past due on. All that stuff's got to be done by Friday night. If you want to pass this course, you have to complete all the work. Okay? Even the stuff that's late. Because you need a C or higher to pass this course, right? So look at your grade book and where you're at, because all the grades have been updated, except for obviously this week. I need you to be comfortable with that. All right? Please start now. Get all your work done. Okay? This is crunch time. We're in the last few days. Okay? Let's get it done. Get all your past work in. Get all of this week's work in. And the final exam. It all must be completed by Friday night. Because I cannot and I will not accept anything past Friday night. So the 26th, which is in 3 days from today, You got to have everything done. I cannot accept anything past that. I need to have your final grades posted on Saturday night. Okay? So, yeah, it's a big deal. So, please get it done. If you need anything over these next 3 days, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, reach out to me, okay? Whatever it is, all right? So that's my soapbox. I'll get off it, but I just want to make sure that you all understand what's at stake here. Yeah. Okay. This is the last time we're meeting together. So, for those of you who are moving on to Principles of Accounting 2, I teach that course as well. I'm teaching it this summer, during the second half of this summer, in person on campus. It's 6 weeks, so it's intensive. If that sounds like it's something for you, register for the course. I'm also going to teach this course, Principles of Accounting 2, in the fall. So if you haven't registered for that yet, register for that. It's designed the same way, okay? It's honestly a little easier. You'll find out because Principles of Accounting 2 is a little bit more straightforward. But either way, I look forward to having you in Principles of Accounting 2 if you want to hang out with me. I'm pretty much the only guy in town that does it. There's a couple of other people that do, but I like hanging out with you all, and hopefully you like hanging out with me. So if you haven't taken Principles 2 yet, or plan on taking Principles 2, take it with me. It's been a great semester working with all of you. I want you to know that. I know we had our ups and downs. These past 2 weeks have been real difficult for me. You know that. The loss of my mother-in-law and a lot of other difficult times that I've had over these past 2 weeks.
I'm so sorry for this loss, Professor.
No, thank you for saying that, Mohammed. I do appreciate that. It's been challenging for me, and I really appreciate the patience that you've shown me, and I really appreciate all of you reaching out, and it means a lot to me. It does, and I also, and you know that I do the same thing for y'all, because I care a lot about all of you. It means the world to me that you do well. You know what I mean? That's why I'm here. So, if for whatever reason you're not planning on taking Principles of Accounting 2 with me, reach out to me. Hook up with me on LinkedIn. Send me emails once in a while. If you're looking for work, send me your resume. If you're looking for a letter of recommendation, send me an email. Whatever it is, okay? I want you to look at me as not just your professor for accounting. I want you to look at me as someone who's going to be there with you even after this course is ended. So, again, thank you all so much for an awesome semester together. I really did appreciate it, and hopefully you did as well. And hopefully you got an opportunity to take some things with you. Those LinkedIn learning certificates, you got those on your LinkedIn account. Put them on your resume. Employers love that kind of stuff. I'm telling you. So that's something you take with you beyond this course. So I really appreciate all of you. I do. And thank you all so much. It's been a great ride. If you ever need anything, you can email me, call me. You can even set up office hours. Appreciate all of you. Thank you all so very much.
Thank you, Professor B. Enjoy your day and see you later.
Thank you, Ty. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thanks, Professor B. Appreciate you.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Tim.
Professor.
Yeah. Thank you, Maria. Appreciate all of you.
Thank you so much, Professor. I don't know how to thank you for everything. Literally, everything was very, very great. You're
Right.
such a very great professor.
Thank you, Mohammed.
It's my pleasure.
It's my pleasure as well. It's my pleasure to teach, to be there for you. So thank you.
And by the way, I will see you in Accounting 102, but in the fall semester.
Sounds good. Hopefully,
Yeah,
accounting too.
finally, I will see you face to face.
It sounds great. I look forward to it.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank
Take
you.
care. Thank
You
you.
too.
Thanks a lot, Professor. Oh, I'm sorry. Did you get my
Sam,
email, by the way?
Sam, did I get your email? When did you send it?
Ah, a couple weeks ago. It was about the internship. I know you were busy, but just get a chance.
I'm so sorry, Sam. It must have slipped through the cracks. Would you mind terribly resending it to me?
Yeah, no problem, no problem. I'll send it afterwards.
Awesome. Thank you, Sam. Appreciate
All
it.
right, thank you so much. Bye.
Of course. Take care. Bye. Great. Thank you. Thank you.
يلا يلا يلا.